Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me for another video. This is a simple one. I'm not going to be going into too much detail about what I'm doing. Basically just keeping my hands busy and creating some gouache patterns without references or any, deep thoughts into the colors I'm selecting. I've spoken previously about using art to relax. And I guess this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm just creating for the sake of creating without worrying about the point. I think ever since I started putting my work up for sale, there's always a part of me that thinks, but why are you doing this? Shouldn't you be spending time working on pieces that you can actually send off to new homes? Isn't this a bit pointless? But it's always good to be reminded that art is so much more than that, and there's really nothing better to just slow down my thoughts and reduce anxiety than just mindless painting. So while we let the video play, I just wanted to take a moment to address a question that I've been getting more and more recently, and that is whether I'd gone to school for painting. And the answer to that is that I haven't. The last time I did an actual painting class, was I think year 8 in high school, and that was just because it was mandatory back then. In Australia, from I think year 9 onwards, other than the essential subjects, everything else is an elective. So art would have been an elective, and unfortunately I didn't keep up with it, and that wasn't really a decision I made myself. It just something that my parents had a big say in, and to them, art was a bit of a play. So it was something that you just did at your own time, definitely after you finished your homework. It was just something that you didn't put too much effort, and I mean, to them it's considered a bit of time wasting. And I don't know, I think a lot of people probably had the same thing with their own parents and what they thought about when they thought about art. So I never studied art after that. I just basically tried to squeeze it in my own time, whenever I just needed a break. But I never stopped. It was just a matter of trying to fit it in around everything else. And I remember being told that, don't do anything, don't waste your time until you get into university. So I'd sort of paint on the down low, or I would sketch without anybody noticing. So that was the case until I got into university, and then I could, basically say, well, I did what I had to do, so now I can take some time to just paint. But it was still sort of my own time. Until now, I'm really pleased to say that I'm now doing a short course at the National Art School in Sydney. It's, I thought about it previously, but it's both a time and a financial commitment, even if they are just short courses, because, they have to go after work. But I'm doing a still life class, which is really good because I wanted this year to be a bit more focused on still life painting. It's something I really want to do, but I'm not great at it. I never studied the basics of values and composition, so I feel like there's a lot I don't know, and it's good to have a teacher who could basically fill in those gaps and answer my questions. So yeah, at the moment, that's what I'm doing. It's once a week for one class a week for 8 weeks, and I'm just really happy to be going. It just blows my mind to know that there are people who went to school and spent years just doing artsy things, creative things. And I guess I don't really have regrets that I went the route that I did. I think there's a lot less stress on me that, knowing that my art isn't really my career, and knowing that if I do feel burnt out, I can take a break and there are no issues. I'm only sort of liable to myself. So yeah, ultimately, I'm okay with where I ended up, but every now and then I just have one of those feelings of extreme envy, thinking, oh, I can't even imagine what my life would have been like if I just spent years painting instead of spending time in the lab doing chemistry and biology, which I love. So it worked out, it's fine. So yes, I didn't go to school. I don't think you have to go to school. I think that if you don't go to an art school, you do have to put in a lot more effort, and be ready to commit time to it yourself and to look up the answers, because you don't have someone right there who could just answer for you. So I think in that sense, I do wish that I'd done a class earlier, just because it probably would have saved me time. But other than that, that's the response to that question. Anyway, if you have any questions about whether it's this video or any other previous videos, just put them down in the comments below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Other than that, I hope you're all healthy and happy, and I hope to have another video for you soon. If there's something you're interested in seeing, just let me know. Bye bye.